Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my presentation. My presentation topic is reliability and validity of the intention to teach inclusive classroom scale, a cross-validation study in Hong Kong. I'm Dr. Anna Ng. This study is supported by the institutional theme-based grant of Caritas Institute of Higher Education. Just to share a little bit background about inclusive education. It's suggested that all students, regardless of special educational needs or disabilities, are allowed to receive education in higher or regular classrooms or schools. The efficacy of inclusive education is being discussed in previous studies. It suggested that the efficacy of IE depends on various factors, such as teaching method, resources, support, and teachers' intention to teach IE. The objective of our study is to cross-validate a scale that measures teachers' intention to teach inclusive classroom, and thereby the effects of teachers' intention on IE efficacy can be empirically examined, and different studies could be meaningfully compared with a common validated measure. The background information to be shared about Hong Kong's IE education situation. As you can see, there are more and more students of SEN in higher education in recent years. In 2017, there are 818 students with SEN in higher education, and in 2020, there are 1,196 students with SEN in higher education. It's an increase of 46.2%, and around 80% of these students joined self-financing institution. So students of SEN from 2017 to 2020, as you can see, 12.7% to 17.5% of these students are accepted by publicly funded universities. And then around 82.5% to 87.3% of these students with SEN enrolled in private self-financing institutions of higher education. So the present study was conducted in the context of a private self-financing institute. A questionnaire was designed to collect data from the teachers via convenient sampling. There are 4 parts of the questionnaire. First, demographic characteristics. Second, intention to teach inclusive classroom skills, ITICS. Third, self-evaluation regarding IE, which includes confidence, experience, knowledge, and training. And fourth, criteria measures, including the core values, attitudes, and efficacy regarding IE for these teachers. Data collection. We put the questionnaire online and invite teachers to participate and ask them to return in 10 days. And then a reminder was sent after 2 weeks. The ITICS consists of 2 subscales. First, to change. There are 3 items. Questions including course content or assessment, whether they are willing to change these contents, the teachers. And second, to consult, whether the teachers are ready to consult students, colleagues, experts, or parents. There are 4 items. And here are some examples of the questions. For instance, intention to change. One of the items is change the curriculum to meet the learning needs of a student with learning difficulty. And second, to consult. For instance, we have a question, consult with your colleagues to identify possible ways you can assist a struggling student. The measurement is a 7-point Likert scale. 1 represents extremely unlikely, and 7 represents extremely likely. And we have adopted a 6-point scale to be consistent with other scales of our study. Respondents, we received 107 teachers' response. The mean age is around 50 years old, with a standard deviation of 11.4, and around half of them were males, and more than half of them a doctoral or above degree, and the rest a master's degree. Let's check the reliability. Here's the finding. We find that the two constructs, to change and to consult, the reliability is set up. As you can see, the combo alpha is, or they are both higher than 0.7. And factorial structure of this scale, consistent with the study conducted in India and Australia. Confirmative factorial analysis, the CFA study, confirms that the two-factor model, to change and to consult, fits the empirical data. And here's the indices of goodness of fit. Construct validity. The following hypotheses were formulated to examine the construct validity, that is, intention to teach is possibly associated with core values of IE, with attitude towards IE, with efficacy to teach IE. So this is our expectation. And then if we can support the above hypothesis, then it demonstrates the construct validity of ITICS. Here comes the results of construct validity. As you can see, the change to consult, they are all significant, correlates with the core values, attitudes of IE, and teaching efficacy of IE. So the construct validity of ITIC are established. Construct validity, we can also try to demonstrate its relationship with self-evaluation of teaching IE. So teachers' self-evaluation includes 4 aspects, as we have introduced in the introduction. First, are they confident in teaching IE? What about their knowledge of IE policy, their experience of IE, and the training in IE? So we try to check whether the ITICS is related to these 4 self-evaluation of teaching IE. Here comes the results. As you can see, the self-evaluation of teachers about their confidence is associated with their intention to teach. So the higher the confidence, and then the higher the intention. And then you can see there's a significant association of these 2 variables. And the self-evaluation and intention to teach regarding knowledge. If the teachers, we find that if they have better knowledge, it's associated with their high intention to teach in IE. And what about the self-evaluation of teachers themselves regarding their experience? So as you can see, from this data, we find that more experience is associated with a higher intention to teach in IE. That is to teach in the, we would say this is the teach in the intensive classroom. And then what about the training? From here, you can see the data also indicates that if they found they have adequate training in ASEAN, of course, they will have a high intention to teach in intensive classrooms. So our findings, here comes the conclusions. The reliability of ITICS is demonstrated, and then the factorial structure of the scale, which is include to change and construct, is confirmed. Construct validity is established by its significant relationship with core values of IE attitudes, as well as efficacy, and teachers' self-evaluation of teaching IE. The scale can be used as a tool to study factors of IE. The findings of current study can be meaningfully compared with the common ITICS. That is their intention to teach in integrated classroom. Thank you. And here comes our references.